What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube world? It is your boy Jordan Plays Games, also known as the Ace of New Japan Pro Gaming, the Ace of all gaming everywhere, and the leader and creator of the Asylum Golden Beast Clan, where we take over EA 2K all day, baby. And now we are back yet again for more WWE 2K20, but we are here for AEW Universe mode. We are live here in Arizona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, look at the stacked match card that we have for tonight. Our main event, the Lucha Brothers along with Pac. They make a death triangle. They are set to take on the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega and the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, making them the Elite. This should be a huge six-man tag team match. This is one that I personally love. I like to see it. Many great fighting styles. And before that, our semi-main event, Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers from Impact Wrestling, also members of the Elite with Omega and the Jackson Brothers, set to take on the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison in our semi-main event. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot more hot action here tonight on the first ever episode of AEW in my universe mode on this channel. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thanks for all the support and all the views that I've been getting for the past couple days. I want to thank all of you. Hope you all are having a great summer. Hope everything is great for you guys. And if you guys do like this video, then be sure to leave a like and comment down below. It really helps me out a lot. You can also follow me on my Instagram at the One True Jordan, where I'm posting a fitness journey, a weight loss journey, I mean. And I'm also doing hair tutorials. I'm doing sponsorships. Well, I'm just shouting out some products. I wouldn't really call it a sponsorship. But be sure to follow me on my Instagram, again, the One True Jordan, for more updates on my daily life. And if you like this, you like the Apex Legends videos, then subscribe for more content. I will also be posting Rocket League very, very soon. If you guys want to join me on Rocket League, you guys can add me on PlayStation at Jordan Plays Games. I will leave a spelling under the description of this video. But with that said, I don't want to keep talking. I want you guys to see the action. Let's get right down to ringside here in Arizona as we kick off the first ever episode of AEW on this channel with some women's action here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how much I respect and love our women's division. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, this is Ty Conti. I would without a doubt say one of the hardest hitting and one of the most beautiful in-ring competitors that we have here on AEW. Okay, coming out of Rio de Janeiro, competed once for the AEW Women's World title, came up just a little bit short. However, she is not to be denied. She is to be taken full seriously, and as much as I do. She's idolized superstars of New Japan like Tomohiro Ishii, Katsuyori Shibata. This woman, I feel, is a star in the making. You can't deny someone like Ty Conti, but at the same time, you cannot deny her opponent either. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Also, the current AEW Women's World Champion. Britt Baker, who I would definitely say is a role model to all. I mean, where do you find dentists that are also pro wrestlers? They don't make superstars, let alone women like that anymore. And if they do, no disrespect, ladies, it's a rare breed. That's all I'm saying. Britt Baker, who has proven to be one of the best in-ring competitors for the women's division that we have. She plans to make the women's division great again. Make it the pinnacle of pro wrestling. And I can't wait to see more of Britt Baker here on AEW as our universe goes on. And Ty Conti, she came up short in a match for the AEW Women's World Championship before, but can she come up short again and a non-title match against Britt Baker, as Britt Baker hits already a quick snap suplex, covers Tay Conti, but not even a 1 count. And really, Tay Conti, just like Britt Baker, is nothing to be denied of. I mean, she has a black belt in martial arts, she has a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Along with that, she's also a beautiful sight to see. She's an amazing in-ring competitor. Like, how can you deny this woman? But again, you have the superior intellect and intelligence of someone like Britt Baker, who believes that the women's division would be absolutely nothing without her. I mean, she's the AEW Women's World Champion. She's a dentist. She owns her own talk show called The Waiting Room. Like, this woman is something to watch. And Britt Baker right there, playing possum, playing dumb for Tay Conti, reeled her right in. And now look at this, Britt Baker with a full Nelson. I don't think I've ever seen this in the arsenal of Britt Baker. And remember, this is the first episode of AEW. Imagine the history that you're leaving behind. Not just competing in the first match, but winning the first match. That is something that nobody can take away from you. And it looks like Tay Conti could be closing in on the win as she hits a huge flatliner. And if we see any of that martial arts or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background of Tay Conti, will definitely play a factor here in getting her a win over the AEW Women's World Champion. And both of these women, reversal after reversal, strike after strike. Oh, what a kick! And another one dropped Britt Baker. And whoo, right in the face. And now Tay Conti, what's she looking for? Oh, reverse DDT, shades of the icon Sting, the TNT legend. And ooh, stiff kick from Britt Baker right on the jaw. But only a 1, not even a 2. And this is smart by Britt Baker. Extending the arms for when she wants to lock in the lockjaw. That'll really play a factor. Oh, look how she's peeling back on that shoulder as well. Tay Conti could be in some much trouble here. But Tay fighting back with everything she's got and the power that she has as well. And Britt Baker trying to fight back, trying to be the AEW Women's World Champion that we all know who she is. And a nice super kick, but wait a minute. Oh, the knee to the back of the head. We all know who does that move, but it only results in a 1. Britt Baker's in shock. Oh, and a bad collision for both Britt Baker and Tay Conti. And ladies and gentlemen, AEW is the new breed of wrestling. This is a new era, as I mentioned down in the description box. And oh, the bicycle pump kick from Tay Conti. I probably would have gone for the cover right there. And Britt Baker, so quick. And now Britt Baker has her in the fireman's carry, and a TKO takes down Tay Conti. Will it take her out, though, is the question. Shoulders down, leg is hooked. Still not even a count of 2. Britt Baker doing everything she can to put down the young Tay Conti. Kick to the midsection. And oh, the patella brainbuster. Shades of somebody else we know. 2. No, it's still not enough. Unless Britt Baker broke that up. Oh, yeah, she definitely broke that up because, look, she wants to lock in the lockjaw. Peeling back on the shoulder blades. That's gonna hurt. This is the same move that made Britt Baker the AEW Women's World Champion. Can it put away Ty Conti here? And it does. Ty Conti tapped. She tapped out. Britt Baker, or should I say Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, a huge victory in the first ever match of AEW here on this channel. Look at that knee right to the back of the head. Did you see the way her neck snapped back? Oh, that was nasty and gross all in one. And I believe right there was the patella brainbuster, which looked like it could have been the end, but somehow Ty Conti rolled that. Oh no, wait, this is the brainbuster right here. Dropped her right off on the knee. But Britt Baker, I think she broke that cover up. It could have been a win, but I think she broke it up because she wanted to lock in the lockjaw. Britt Baker said she wanted to put the women's division on notice, show the world that the women's division is the best wrestling in the world, and I have a feeling she definitely has just proven that. Applause Britt Baker, a great showing here tonight. She wins the first ever match on AEW on this channel. And I have a feeling many good matches like that are bound to come. Don't forget our main event. Still to come, the Elite, Nick and Matt Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, are set to team up with their AEW World Champion, the God of Wrestling, whatever you want to call him, Kenny Omega. The Elite set to take on Death Triangle, the Bastard Pack, Pentagon El Zero Miedo. Oh wait, it's Penta El Zero Miedo, and Rey Fenix. Many great superstars have made the transfer from all over the world here to this one great brand. I love AEW a lot. I am a huge WWE fan. I grew up watching it from the age of 3, but my mind has expanded to the world of all of pro wrestling. And with that said, we have some more pro wrestling, but this time we're transferring to the male division, which is just as entertaining to watch as the women. I would say just a little tiny bit more. But nevertheless, I feel our men and women here are all great superstars, and we are about to see some more great action up next, as the one member of the Factory, Aaron Solo, will be taking on the Exalted One, the former TNT champion himself, may he rest in peace, Mr. Brody Lee of the Dark Order. And you gotta have a feeling that wherever Brody Lee goes, the Dark Order follows. Who's he bringing out with him tonight? Who is Aaron Solo bringing out with him from the Factory to aid in his assistance? I don't know. I can't call it. But nevertheless, this should be a pretty good match and a great match for the Exalted One. I would say it's almost like a lion feeding a hyena almost. Shout outs to the Lion King. But nevertheless, I am not here to talk. I am here to call the great action. I'm taking y'all back to ringside for some great matchups. Let's get right into it. Live here in Arizona. And you hear the dark music. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Exalted One, the former TNT champion. Oh wait, there's Alex Reynolds, but where's Mr. Brody Lee? Ah, there he is. Along with Alex Reynolds and John Silver. And remember, the Dark Order and the Factory, two great groups of amazing male and female superstars. Mr. Brody Lee, many would say the leader and the true mind behind the Dark Order. And it's great to see how much of an influence Mr. Brody Lee and the Dark Order has had on people like John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Elevated their careers, put them on higher plateaus. And Mr. Brody Lee set for action against Aaron Solo. And there he is with Nick Camarado of the Factory. Aaron Solo, who's a young up-and-comer, has competed on the independent scene, has teamed up with current AEW superstar Ricky Starks of Team Taz. And Aaron Solo, now a member of the Factory with QT Marshall, Nick Camarado, and Anthony Ogogo. Aaron Solo should be having... I would say he would have a pretty good run here in AEW, but right now I wouldn't count on that because he is facing off against the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. And now look at Brody Lee already going to display some power. Showing a prime example of what he wants the Dark Order to do to everybody in AEW. Look at this, the aggression of Brody Lee. And remember, Brody Lee, who once competed for the AEW World title, came up a little bit short against Jon Moxley, even though I feel like he could have been the new AEW World Champion. But he did not let that stop him. He became the TNT Champion, and I think destroyed Cody in, what, under like 6 or 7 minutes? Honestly, that match between Mr. Brody Lee and Cody was absolutely appalling for some fans of Cody. And to honor the late great Brody Lee, I want to keep him in my universe mode. I want to keep the legend alive for him. And that is why he is in a match against Aaron Solo here on the first ever episode of AEW Dynamite on TNT. Now Brody Lee with a full head of steam-o! That huge clothesline. And Aaron Solo already looking like roadkill in this matchup. And now Mr. Brody Lee could be looking for that Brody bomb that he used to put out Marco Stunt. And he got him. But Aaron Solo able to reach to the ropes with just a little bit of leverage he had. And Mr. Brody Lee taunting for the crowd, but Aaron Solo stuns him. And now into the cover goes Aaron Solo, but it's only a 1 count. Mr. Brody Lee not going to stay down from that. And now, oh, Mr. Brody Lee, what a huge kick. And now Mr. Brody Lee discus lariat. May Aaron Solo rest in peace. Nearly decapitated this young bastard. This is why Mr. Brody Lee is the Exalted One. Huge victory over Aaron Solo. Oh, and look at this. Oh, code of honor. That's great sportsmanship. That's a code of honor right there. Mr. Brody Lee extending the hand of respect to Aaron Solo. And ladies and gentlemen, something tells me that something between the Dark Order and the Factory could be brewing in the near future if Aaron Solo was really willing to accept the hand from Mr. Brody Lee. Something could be sparking between the Dark Order and the Factory. We've seen factions collide with each other in the past for a certain purpose, but this one looks very suspicious to me. But ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to focus on that. I have much more important things to focus on in AEW, and like in assisting Tony Khan in running this great show, calling the matches, being a matchmaker. It's a full-time job, so I'm not going to focus on the little things just yet. But up next, we're going to have some more singles competition, as up next, the Machine, Brian Cage of Team Taz, will be taking on his old rival, the half-dead Darby Allin. Brian Cage is going to be accompanied to the ring by Taz, of course. And Darby Allin going to be accompanied by the man who sees something in him, sees the star talent of this young man, the icon, the legendary, the vigilante Sting. Sting, who without a doubt is truly one of my favorite in-ring competitors, and the fact that he's mentoring and having the back of somebody like Darby Allin, I find that truly honorable, memorable. It's truly something to applaud. I would say, I want to say the old dog, since I have a lot of respect for Sting, but I would say the experience factor of Sting combined with the young upstart Darby Allin, that is a great combination. I feel like that's really underappreciated by many great superstars and companies. But we're going to see if the teachings of Sting can help Darby Allin here tonight, because he's facing off not against a man, but a mere machine. A man who's competed in Lucha Underground, AAA, here in AEW. He's competed in Impact Wrestling. He's been a champion in all those companies. And look at this man. Oh, excuse me, look at this machine. He hails from Chico, California, and wait a minute, maybe this is some of the teachings that Sting taught Darby Allin. And here comes Darby straight out of against the machine. And remember, these two have quite the history with each other. And look at this, Taz distracting Darby Allin. And now Sting going after Taz. Oh no, wait a minute, now Brian Cage is going after Sting! Oh man! Sting could very much be hurt. And Brian Cage who just slingshotted Darby Allin into that ring. And now Brian Cage, the bell rings, and now he can go on the assault. And look at this jacked up monster from Chico, California. Brian Cage with a huge German suplex to Darby Allin into the bridge, but it's not enough. And Taz is loving every second of this. The ref taken out inadvertently by the momentum of Brian Cage. Cage gets Darby Allin in the corner. Oh! Went for something there, but Darby Allin able to get the knees up just in the nick of time. Now Darby with the rights and left to the jaw of Cage. And drops the machine down. Come on, Darby. And remember what I said, Darby and Cage have quite the rivalry. Darby Allin now with a full head of steam and kicks Cage right in the face. And right now, Darby Allin has the upper hand, but here comes the machine. And Cage with a huge power slam. Put all his body weight on the chest of Darby Allin. And Cage with a drop kick. I mean, Darby Allin with a drop kick, but it barely phased Cage. And now Cage has Darby Allin set up in the corner. Darby slingshot to the other side of the ring. And now a huge enziguri from Cage. And now look at the strength of the machine just deadlifting Darby. I know Darby doesn't weigh that much, but still, that's a grown young man. And oh, stiff super kick from Cage. And Darby drops Cage somehow with a clothesline, and Darby could be looking for some momentum. Come on, Darby, you got it, man. This crowd's behind Darby Allin. They want to see him pick up the win against Cage. And now Darby monkey flipped at Cage, but can he follow up is the question. And now here we go. The blood red. Blood red to the machine. drags into the center of the ring. Is this enough to defeat Brian Cage here tonight? No, it's not even a 1. That wasn't even a 1 count. And now Darby. And now, oh, the discus lariat from Cage. Nearly took Darby's head off. But this one, not over. Darby refuses to stay down. And now, oh, that is smart. Double knees to the huge arms of Cage. And how smart was Cage right there? He moved to the outside so Darby couldn't follow up with any big strikes or attacks. Oh! And what a stiff drop kick from Cage. But now here comes Darby Allin. 2 great clotheslines, drop the machine. And a drop kick to Cage. Darby's feeling it. He's feeling the momentum. And Darby fighting back with everything he's got. And come on. Darby Allin, the former TNT champion. A huge DDT to Cage. This could be it. Here we go. Coffin drop! Into the cover on Cage. 2. No, not enough. Darby can't believe it. Cage kicks out of the coffin drop. And Cage, oh, I think Cage is done playing games. And now, oh, drill claw. Drill claw. Spike Darby right on his neck, and that is it. Jesus Christ, when, I'm sorry to say it like this to Darby Allin, but when Cage hits that drill claw on anybody, you don't get your ass back up. You don't. And with the coffin drop, it looked like Darby Allin had Cage beaten, but somehow, someway, Cage able to roll that right shoulder up. And Taz, you've got to feel he's applauding the actions of the machine. And right there, I believe that was the coffin drop. Able to roll that shoulder up at the last second. And the machine, proud of what he's done here today. Oh, wait a minute. He's not finished with Darby. He's not. Look at the power of the machine. Oh, man. And now look at this. Cage telling Sting to watch everything. All Sting can do is watch. Oh, and another huge clothesline. But Cage is still not done. A kick to the midsection, and oh no. What does Cage have in mind? And no. Oh my Jesus Christ! Just powerbomb Darby Allin to the outside. Can we please get some medical attention out here for Darby? Please. Cage just literally threw Darby Allin out of this ring. I am in utter shock. If only you guys could see my face. And that's going to be the new goal. If we can reach 100 subscribers by the end of 2021, I will buy a face cam and I will give you guys a full face reveal for as long as I am still on YouTube. But ladies and gentlemen, Cage just threw Darby Allin out of the ring and walked away as if it was nothing. You know, it's amazing to me how people like Cage and Taz can do things like that and then try to get away with it as if it was an easy but noticed murder. Taz, you, Cage, and everybody else in Team Taz, including your son, are absolutely heartless for what just happened. We are going to have to get some medical attention. Oh, finally, yes, get Darby Allin out of there, please, before something else happens. And someone tell Sting to get out of there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't stay focused on what just happened right now. I will get an update on Darby Allin as soon as possible later in the episode. But right now, I have to keep moving. We got to keep the show rolling here tonight on AEW. And up next, we have some singles competition. As here comes everybody's favorite king, the king of sloth style, the one Orange Cassidy. He hails from wherever, weighing whatever. A freshly squeezed, many should believe, who should be an AEW or even TNT champion. And even though I don't want to disagree, even though I do kind of disagree with that statement, I do have to say Darby Allin has a lot of attributes that would personify him as championship material. But despite that, when you have great superstars like Jon Moxley, Chris Jericho, Pac, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, it's kind of hard to try to put Orange Cassidy against them and then try to make him a top star. But Orange Cassidy, he's right up there with some of the best. I'm not gonna lie, he is. But for right now, Darby Allin's gonna have to wait. And here comes his opponent, the former AEW World Champion, the Death Rider, current IWGP US Champion, Jon Moxley. Many believe this man was robbed of the AEW World title as he makes his way through the crowd. And even though he wanted the AEW World title back, Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Elite would not let it happen. Oh, Moxley's doing great in whatever position he's in right now. But now we're going to see a little bit of Cassidy and Moxley in action. This is a match that I truly want to see. And in case it has happened in real life, someone please let me know down in the comments below, because I really don't know if Moxley versus Orange Cassidy has really happened. But nevertheless, we're about to see it right now. And now Orange Cassidy, nice fisherman suplex. Oh, stiff super kick from Orange Cassidy. But now Moxley with those big knees right into the gut of Orange Cassidy. Usually Moxley's all smiles, all jokes here and there, but once he's in that ring, Moxley is a force to be reckoned with. It's the reason why he was a former world champion here on AEW. And now Orange Cassidy catching the leg of Moxley, and now an ankle lock. I've never seen this from Orange Cassidy before. But Moxley rolls through. And now Orange Cassidy, huge arm drag to Moxley. But now look at Orange Cassidy with a brain buster. And Cassidy, he's known as the king of sloth style, but when you get this man in his element, he's almost impossible to beat or catch. And oh, look at that, defiant Moxley. And a bulldog to follow it up on Orange Cassidy. And Moxley, who's nearly taunting Orange Cassidy. And oh, wait a minute, Cassidy just picked the leg of Jon Moxley. And that's why you can never turn your back on someone like Orange Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy, huge Hurricane Rana, the IWGP US Champion. But Moxley, he still has the power advantage over Orange Cassidy, and he's using it to his advantage. And honestly, between these two men, I think this match could go honestly either way. And now Moxley up top. What could this loon have in mind? And now, oh! Nice elbow drops Darby yet again into a cover, hook of the leg. Only a 1 count. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that after this 8th episode of AEW, the next episode of Universe Mode will be MLW, Major League Wrestling. Prepare to see many great former MLW World Champions and current superstars in MLW today, like Jacob Fatu, people like members of Injustice, Myron Reed, and Jordan Oliver. Also Calvin Tankman, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and many other great superstars on MLW. So be sure to check that out. The MLW World Champion Jacob Fatu will be in action on MLW, representing Contra Unit. And many more great matches. We're also set to have a title match that episode of MLW, so that's going to be something to watch. But back to this ring, Moxley, who hit a huge running elbow dive on Orange Cassidy on the outside of the ring, but Cassidy still will not stay down to Moxley just yet. And ladies and gentlemen, I also want to apologize that I haven't posted in the last couple of days because my microphone broke from my headset. So I wasn't able to perform any good audio or speak throughout my mic. But with that said, we are back here. The AEW Universe and Wrestling Universe at that for me is not over. But Moxley rebounds with a huge lariat into a cover on Orange Cassidy to put him down. No, still not enough. But yeah, as I was saying, as Moxley goes to the top, the reason I haven't posted is because I needed a new microphone and a new headset. But now we're back here. The streaming's back online, and now Moxley looks to put the finishing exclamation point on Orange Cassidy. And here we go. Paradigm shift into the cover on Orange Cassidy, and that's enough to beat him. Moxley victorious here on AEW against a great superstar in Orange Cassidy. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But a bravo to the former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. Look at that. Rebounded off the rope. Huge lariat. Nearly decapitated Orange Cassidy. But Cassidy was able to kick out of it. But once Moxley hit that paradigm shift, it's game over. Just like Kenny Omega's one-winged angel. And look at that. The 1, the 2, the 3. Moxley victorious here on AEW in Tucson, Arizona. And who knows what grander things are yet to come for Jon Moxley. And with that said, we have some more action here on AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on AEW has so far been red hot. It's been a great night. The action's been fast and furious. And take nothing away, all of our superstars have been great. But ladies and gentlemen, our main event that I'm still looking forward to and I can't stop talking about, ladies and gentlemen, remember, I'm already tripping over my own words. I was going to say that the Elite, Nick and Matt Jackson, the AEW Tag Team Champions, along with the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, set to team up. The Elite are in action, our main event, as they take on the members of Death Triangle, Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta El Zero Miedo. And ladies and gentlemen, as much as I love our great superstars here in the singles division and everything about the singles competition so far has been great, I think it's time to make a little jump shift over to the tag team division. See the best tag team division on the planet be in action. Because up next we have the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison taking on Max... What are they? I keep forgetting their names. What are they again? Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. Okay. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed. Really? The Acclaimed? What kind of name is that? Like, I claimed the power of the kingdom? Like, really? Come on, my dude. Alright, I'm not gonna judge. As you heard, ladies and gentlemen, up next, the Acclaims, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, set to take on the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Why does this dude... Wait, who's that one with the headphones? That's Max Caster? This fake NBA YoungBoy wannabe? Well, nevertheless, I'm not going to judge Max Caster. Anybody who wants to judge and be their own person, that's their own idea. Wait, he actually raps? What's the name of his album? When I Make It? Because he hasn't yet. Okay, I'm just gonna stop roasting these two because one of them may want to be a wannabe rapper and the other one may look like a $1 million superstar. But you can't judge a book by its cover, so I'm not gonna judge the Acclaim just yet. But one team I am going to judge are these two, the Varsity Blondes. Honestly, a great tag team in my opinion. On the left is Griff Garrison, the right Brian Pillman Jr., as you already know, the son of the late great Brian Pillman. And I like the kind of vibe that these two bring. Like, they have like that high school varsity jock kind of feel to them. I feel like that's a style that's really never been seen before, and now that they bring it here, it's going to be good. It's going to be a great combination. And now it looks like Max Caster are going to start things off with Brian Pillman Jr. Ref rings the bell, tag team match underway. And remember, our semi-main event is also a tag team match as we will see the Good Brothers in action. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, also former Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and former Raw and SmackDown WWE Tag Team Champs. And what many don't know is that Gallows and Anderson back in Japan made themselves legends. Like, they were members of the Bullet Club. They teamed with members like AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. They shared the ring with the Kingdom, had 5-star battles. It was really something to behold. And now Griff Garrison already on the attack against Max Caster. And remember, the Varsity Blondes put out a tweet in the Universe mode saying that we are the hardest working tag team here in AEW. We will prove that we are the best. Even if we have to fight 2 times to 5 times every episode of Dynamite, we will do it. And Griff Garrison, look at this, taking out Anthony Bowens. So Max Caster can't make the tag. And look at that nice jawbreaker from Griff Garrison. And now in comes Brian Pillman Jr. Huge clothesline takes Caster out of the ring. And now Brian Pillman up top. Could we be seeing a little bit of flying Brian? Yes, we are. And what a double axe handle. And Brian Pillman Jr. rolls Max Caster back into the ring, and you can see Anthony Bowens wants Max Caster to make the tag. And now look at that. Oh, that's smart by Caster. That was very, very smart. And now finally gets the tag on. That's Anthony Bowens, right? Now Anthony Bowens turns Brian Pillman around in the corner. What's he going to be looking for? And oh! A running haymaker. Good night, Brian Pillman Jr. And now look at this. Brian Pillman Jr. Can he make the tag to Griff Garrison? Yes, he can. Here comes Griff. Huge clothesline tackle. Max Carter looked like he was trying to find his feet. And Griff Garrison, the only standing member of the Varsity Blondes. And a huge spine buster takes down Caster. Could this be enough to defeat the Acclaimed here on AEW? And it was. Anthony... Are we sure Anthony Bowens didn't break that up in time? Well, damn, the Varsity Blondes proving their statement. They are the hardest working and determined tag team here on AEW. Damn, look at that huge spine buster. Floated over to the rope so Max Caster couldn't get a rope break. Oh yeah, I don't think Max Caster, I don't think Anthony Bowens made the break in time. But nevertheless, applause to Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison here tonight on AEW. They deserve it. They got a clean victory, and who knows where they're placing in the tag team title rankings. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been great. AEW is truly one special place and home of pro wrestling here on TNT. And wait a minute, why does it say Gallows and Anderson are facing the Varsity Blondes? The Varsity Blondes were just in action. No. This is bad writing. No. Cancel the match. Cancel the match. Cancel the damn match. I make the matches around here. Okay, we'll have the Varsity Blondes and Good Brothers face off against each other next week. We'll just skip right to the main event. Right to the main event. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry about this bad writing. But unfortunately, we will not be seeing the Good Brothers and Varsity Blondes in action tonight because the Varsity Blondes were just in action against the Acclaimed. Wait, what? Are you sure they're willing? Well, alright, damn. Screw it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. The Varsity Blondes have just given me the okay. They are willing to fight the Good Brothers here tonight. The Varsity Blondes who are remaining in the ring, waiting for their opponents, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And speaking of Gallows and Anderson, here come the former Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions and former IWGP Tag Team Champions. I would say one of the top tag teams on the planet. The Big LG. I would say the Big Machine Gun Luke Gallows. But then again, the Machine Gun name goes to Carl Anderson as he calls himself Machine Gun Carl Anderson. And it's great to see the old band back together, the Young Bucks, the Good Brothers, Kenny Omega, and Don Callis. It's great to have the band together again. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into this tag team match. Oh, come on, really? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is probably going to have to be a part 2 as